calories equal to 75 kilocalories per ounce versus 150 kilocalories per ounce for the regular potato chips. So if you eat twice as many because you think they're fat-free, you're right back where you started from calorie-wise. All excess calories, regardless of source, are stored as fat. The Center for Science and the Public Interest, or SCI, continues to consider Olean unsafe. They point out that some people report stomach problems. Additionally, they claim that Olean robs the body of other nutrients. Now, with all the great foods available, some people would wonder why you choose to eat something. The key to a successful workout routine is consistency. So try to keep things simple and definitely make things fun. Remember, new research has demonstrated that aerobic training doesn't have to be continuous. The benefits are cumulative. You simply want to get a total of 30 minutes of moderate to high-intensity exercise each day. A fun and time-saving approach called circuit training is a fun way to work out. You alternate between 3 to 5 minutes of strength training and 3 to 5 minutes of cardio. Let's go.
Because you're already in the track of the machine. So you can push a little heavier weight with the machine. And I'm really remembering to retract that scapula right from the beginning of the exercise.
And the reason why you want to try to squeeze your shoulder blades together is it helps you to isolate your back and keeps the shoulders out of the movement. Now, when you're using free weights like I'm doing, you get a little bit more of your stabilization muscles involved because you're having to control the weight on the way up and on the way down. Okay, let's switch. 2, 3, good. Now remember, flexipillars, whenever you're doing any kind of crunches or oblique crunches, keep those. Cross-training is a great way to provide your body and your mind with an off-season change of pace. If you're not training for a particular sport, you can use cross-training as a method to add variety and more fun to your workout program. In addition to my cross-training tips, check out my Aquaflex and Kiana metric segments for additional ideas. Just like when you serve the ball in tennis, the rotator cuff plays an important part when you serve a volleyball. Our weight training program today will also feature shoulder and tricep exercises. The overhead preparatory phase and follow-through of the serve and spike involves similar demands for muscular development. Strength and ultimately power of the serve can be increased by strengthening the middle and anterior delt with the military press. The tricep pushdown will strengthen the arm for the forceful elbow extension. A complete training program would also include tricep overhead extensions or the French press. The rotator cuff must be worked separately from the delts. You cannot strengthen the rotator cuff through shoulder exercises alone. External rotation is the most important one of the rotator cuff exercises. If you're not currently doing rotator cuff exercises, be sure and add them to your program. The seated row will strengthen the middle of the back as well as the rear delt. Upper body muscular power should be developed along with the leg drive that goes into a good volley serve. The exercises you've seen today are a great way to improve your serve. Keep on flexing. What's the best approach to weight loss? Diet, exercise, or both? Surprisingly, diet alone and diet plus exercise produce almost the same weight loss results. However, that does not mean the benefits are equal. Look at the difference between fat-free and fat mass. Diet and exercise provides more fat-free and less fat mass. Diet plus exercise also increases the following. It increases cardiovascular fitness, strength and muscular endurance, bone density, and reduces fractures. It increases the BMR, which is the basal metabolic rate, so that you burn more calories at rest and reduce the need to diet. Diet alone produces the opposite effect. As fat-free mass is replaced by fat mass, the basal metabolic rate goes down and the body burns fewer calories at rest. A diet alone approach would require that calories be reduced even more to compensate for the declining metabolic rate. This is exactly why diet plans that don't include exercise don't work. So basically, regular exercise and proper diet go hand in hand to maximize your metabolism. For the anterior delt. Keep a slight bend in the elbow, abdominal muscles tight to support the back. If you think about it, your abdominal muscles are like a natural weightlifting belt.
Good point, Kiana.
You like that?
Wow.
It's true, it helps to support my back too when I'm
right.
standing doing raises.
There's two types of versions you can do the front raises. The traditional this way with the dumbbell face forward, or you can turn it vertical.
That's right, or even both arms together.
Which is a lot more difficult.
Oh yeah.
And you're doing it at the end, no less.
Just wanted to impress you, you know?
You're working hard.
And one more. Up. Okay, your turn.
All right.
You get immediate results.
Blood goes right from the heart right into the shoulder area, gives you that pump that people get addicted to.
Shrugs are excellent for developing the trapezius muscle.
There's no reason for you to confuse the movement here and do that shrug and wrap around. Simple contraction, give a good squeeze, down nice and slow. That's all that is needed here.
And then you can also do a rear delt shrug to focus on the rear delts, bending forward and up. And if you want to bring the rear delts into play even more so, you can put your body upright a little bit more.
And for all you people at home, a lot of times the rear delts are often avoided and never trained, okay? That's just maybe they're behind you and you forget about it. There's no excuses. You can implement doing rear delt training like Kiana's doing with your back exercises, so you're never going to have that problem again. And the down phase as well. A lot of people forget that.
An important point when you're doing this exercise is to keep the shoulder blades back. Don't let those shoulders round over.
That's right.
Okay, let's move on. As you can see, like I said earlier, we don't wear weightlifting belts. Unless you're training for a competition or if you're maxing out at 1 to 5 reps doing really heavy squats or deadlifts, you don't need a weightlifting belt. Why? I'm glad you asked. Because you can actually raise the blood pressure because of the inter-abdominal pressure. Instead, make sure you train your abdominal muscles because strong abs will help support the back and keep your body stabilized. Cross-training is a great way to provide your body and mind with an off-season change of pace. If you're not training for a particular sport, use cross-training to add more fun and variety to your existing workout program. In addition to my cross-training tips, check out my Aquaflex and Kiana metric segments too. Surfing requires lower body strength, so we want to make sure and strengthen the quads, and at the same time, the hamstring muscles are very important. Make sure to use exercises that develop lower body strength. In preparation for surfing, I'd probably start every exercise routine with the squat. Just think about it. How much time do you spend on the surfboard in that semi-squat position? Unless you fall into the water, you're squatting on that board. To have strength in that squatting position, you have to train in that position. Makes sense, huh? You're also going to have to develop hip and torso stability in order to maintain balance plus endurance so that you can counteract the force of the ocean and stay up on your board easily. To do this, you will also have to add deadlifts. The absolute best exercise to build hip extensor strength are the deadlifts. Remember, you can't substitute hamstring curls for deadlifts because the exercises work entirely different joints. You'll also want to include adduction movements. Thinking about surfing, I can almost feel the pressure on my outer thighs as I fight to keep my balance and stability. Now, I know a lot of you surfers aren't using this exercise, but just try it. I bet you'll feel stronger and more stable on the board. A complete surfing program will include abduction and a number of other lower body exercises. And don't forget the abdominal muscles. Ab strength and endurance are vital to maintain upper body stability. Twists and turns are a given in the surfing world, so our plyometric workout today will help you build more lower body power. Whether you're a beginner or an expert surfer, I think you'll find that these exercises will help you get into the groove, whether you're in the ocean or on land. Keep this in mind whenever you're considering nutritional information that refers to per serving sizes. A good frame of reference is 1 serving size of protein, like chicken or steak, is about the size of your palm. Also, look how quickly you can reach the 56-gram recommendation. In fact, athletes have no trouble doubling this 56 grams and reaching their appropriate limit without supplements. However, too much protein can throw your body into a state of ketosis. But since most of us have too much protein in our diets, be sure of both your training level and your daily protein intake. If you're ever in doubt, consult a dietary nutritionist before adding protein. So be aware of your protein requirements and how much you truly need.